Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. With the latest news and fantasy football insights are your hosts, Howard and Will.
Welcome into the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will.
Yeah.
I'm on a streak.
It's like you've never had an issue at first now. Like, it's just smooth sailing.
Oh, I was afraid I was going to mess that one up. You notice how I slowed down a little bit at the beginning?
Yeah, I can tell. Nailed it, though. Nailed it.
I think I was overthinking it a little bit. So,
anyway, what's up, everybody?
Hey, how's it going? Hope you guys, your week's been pretty good. I mean, I had a much better week 3 than I did the first 2 weeks.
I think we swapped because I did not. I think out of all my leagues, I think I won one matchup, and I have like 8 leagues or something like that.
Okay, I got a question. Last week we did Are you panicking? So here's a question about how are you panicking on all the tight ends?
Yeah, kind of. Especially Laporta, now that he's got kind of a little bit of an ankle issue. Really starting to panic about him, especially since he was the first tight end off the board in most cases. I mean, yeah, tight ends in general kind of suck, so none of them are
except for Goddard last week.
Well, yeah, but like even him, like, no, did you really start Goddard? Or
Nope.
You didn't want to start Goddard anyway. If you did,
I was happy because I stuck with Buffalo's tight end. Kincaid.
He finally had a decent game.
Yeah, and the Oprah of football. You get a TD. You get a TD. You get a TD.
Everybody gets a touchdown.
I'm sorry, I ripped that off of another show. Sorry.
Oprah?
No. The Oprah of fantasy football. The fantasy footballers. Okay, I'll just put it out there. It was like today. It was like yesterday's show or Monday's show.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually kind of caught up.
Yes.
I just went right to the beginning.
Yeah, I stay pretty caught up with them.
I missed all the off-season stuff, but we're in season. As long as I'm listening to it daily, I'll stay caught up.
Well, yeah, this is the stuff like, not that fantasy football matters really, but this is the stuff that really matters.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and going back to your Kincaid point, he only had 3 receptions, but he got a touchdown, so it kind of saved his day.
Hey, you get a TD, that's 6 points. A couple catches.
Oh, yes. As a tight end, like, hey, you get a touchdown, you're in the top 5 probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially since none of the other tight ends are doing anything.
No, they're all terrible. Like, nobody's using the tight end anymore for whatever reason.
I mean, Mark Andrews, he scored 0 points.
Yeah, not what you want from your is Mark Andrews at this point more name than anything else?
I think so.
Yeah. But that whole team too, with Lamar, and now you got Derrick Henry, and Isaiah Likely is a really good tight end as well. And Andrews is starting to get up there in age, so.
And you got Zay Flowers.
Yep. Yeah, Mark Andrews just clearly not really the guy anymore. At least not right now. Like, maybe he'll turn it around and have a decent season. Right now, it's
before they didn't really have any wide outs. And
you have Zay Flowers, but is he really the number 1 you want for your team?
But he's taking a target.
That's true.
So,
but ideally, it should be Mark Andrews should get the second most because there is nobody else. But it's just not happening.
You would think I also think it's the same thing in Kansas City with Kelsey. Kelsey's not
Oh
getting
yeah.
any targets either. It's like,
Well,
why is
yeah.
that?
Now
Well,
that Rashi Rice is kind of breaking out.
see, that's a more legitimate than Zay Flowers. Rashi Rice.
Yes, Rashi Rice. At this point in his career, is much better than Zay Flowers. I think. What is that, a quarterback thing, or is that actually the player? Who knows?
I don't know. All I know is the quarterbacks I wanted to do good finally is finally doing good. Mahomes and Allen.
Yeah.
So
What was Mahomes' week this week? Did he have a pretty good one?
I think he got close to 20 points.
Okay. Yeah, 17.3 and a 4-point touchdown.
Yeah,
Not bad.
so not bad.
Closer to what you're expecting out of Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Even though it's only 2 points more than he scored the last couple of weeks.
and for the Walker down the river league, that's perfect because Josh Allen had his big week, and then Mahomes is my super flex, giving me
You have
that much.
Mahomes.
Yep. One reason why I won two titles in a row. And I beat my wife's team, which barely is a team. She has a decent team, but she now has a bunch of injuries on the team, and she has no control over it.
Oh, is that the one where she couldn't log in or whatever?
She can't figure out the login for it at all.
That's right.
So, and
Not
I've
even
been too
the
lazy.
email? Like she can't just forgot password?
She has a ton of emails.
All
She
right.
has
Well,
to figure out which email it is.
well, I can't help you then. I'm all out of options.
Well, that's why I wanted her to create a new email or just pick one of the emails and give it to me, and I can re-invite her.
Oh
Kick
yeah,
her
no,
out and re-invite.
thought you were gonna do that. But
Well, between me procrastinating on it and she's not going to volunteer to do it, so
fair enough.
I have
Makes
to
sense.
be on her. So,
Sounds bad.
all right, let's move on. Let's get back on track. Okay. I don't even think we were on track, but whatever.
Well,
Let's
let's
get back.
find it and get on it.
All right. And to get on track, we got to go into the good, the bad, the ugly. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess. Do you want to start? Or I can't remember what you said you did or did not have.
Yeah, so full disclosure, I have a list of good players, but I have no stats to back them up. I just know they had really good weeks. So if you want to go ahead and do yours, I'm sure I have the same ones, but I think you have a little more info on them, probably.
Barely.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the show, guys. We have barely enough information to get you back.
Well, if you guys are fantasy players, the players I have, you guys will know how much they scored because they probably either screwed you or helped you.
Yeah.
So my first good will be, before mentioned, the quarterback to the Buffalo Bills. And that's Joshua Allen.
Yep.
He scored
I
about
did
30
not
points.
write him down, but yes, I forgot he had a really good game. They were the first game this week, weren't they? Or
No,
this
they were
last-
the last game. They were on Monday.
Maybe that's what I forgot. I knew there was there was an island game, so I forgot about it. It wasn't in the full slate.
And Jetson, somebody else was the first game, I believe.
That's right.
So,
Couldn't tell you.
my first bad is, we've talked about him already, Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
He didn't score you much if you had him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just bad. He's just been bad this year.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's been pretty disappointing so far, especially for Travis Kelce.
I feel he's having a hangover from his acting experience.
Oh, maybe.
And he's
Yeah, maybe
acting like a bad player right now.
Hopefully he's just acting.
Or he
Maybe
should
it's the Chiefs. I don't know.
he should try everything, like shave the damn mustache.
Yeah, that thing's got to go. Like, that's not a great look, man.
Come on,
Like,
man.
maybe Taylor likes it. That's why he's got it. Who knows? Just got like a Super Troopers fetish, maybe. I don't know. Let's get that started. Taylor Swift with a Super Trooper fetish. Yeah.
I was
Heard it here
gonna
first.
say something. I was gonna say something really bad, but I'll say that's better.
Let's keep it at least, I don't know, PG-13.
Back on track. My ugly candidate, Ramondre Stevenson. Negative points for your
Yeah.
team because he screwed.
Oh,
He almost
I
screwed
think
one of my teams.
I think last week I touched on the trade I did in one of my leagues. Chris
Yeah.
Olave for Ramondre Stevenson. Sorry, Tasha, but I think I won that trade at least right now.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. You want to go? Because I don't think I need to explain Ramondre Stevenson's point.
No, he
Negative 0.2.
awful game. All right, yeah. So my good. Actually, I was trying to look up his stat line here real quick, but since I already mentioned him, Chris Olave, if I remember him being as good as he was, yes, 17.6 points against Philly. I will take that as a good any day.
Yep.
Especially when, I mean, they ended up losing that game and he still got you pretty decent points. My bad, I have Jamison Williams. He caught one ball for 9 yards.
Yep.
Not a great day, man.
Not a good day. Not a good day.
And then my ugly, he's been my ugly for 3 weeks in a row now.
Oh no.
Anthony Richardson.
Mm.
The dude's not very good at football, unfortunately. He can run, which really helps him. The dude can't pass the ball. He's got like 50% completion on the season as of right now. I'm not exact on the number, but he's somewhere around there. Like, it's ridiculous.
Do they actually have a good backup or a backup at least?
Who is their backup now?
I have no idea. I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, and I went out and I traded for Richardson in our main dynasty league. I think I touched on it before. I'm not sure if I made the right call now.
Yeah.
Especially because I got rid of Mahomes and brought in Richardson. And obviously there was other stuff in the trade too, so it wasn't straight up those two.
Well, yeah, you going off of the start of last year with Anthony Richardson, he looked great. I mean,
Oh yeah, and he's gonna have those games, but they're going to be reliant on his legs and his rushing because the dude can't throw the ball accurately. And it looks like Joe was their backup according to ESPN right now.
Damn it! I was so close to getting to that depth chart.
Which Flacco did amazing last year when he got in. So
yeah, Joe Flacco is their backup quarterback right now.
Hey, yeah, like that. Did they end up winning that game against? They did win that game against Chicago.
Yes, they did. Someone's photobombing me.
Richardson only had 167. I see you. That's creepy as hell.
I know, right? He says hi. It's too bad the door didn't creak, or else I would never heard her.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wasn't even looking at the screen at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have saw the door open and be like, "Howard, you're about to be murdered! Run!"
You know, that's the worst feeling in the world.
You've had that feeling before? Like you're about to be murdered?
About to be murdered, yeah. Yep. It was in a dream.
Oh.
No. So did we say that Indianapolis won that game?
Yes, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe they ended up winning that game. I don't have the score right off. Pull that up here real quick.
Yes, 21-16.
There we go.
I got it first. I got it first.
Oh yeah, I was on week 4. I was like, that's not who they played. Oh, go to the right week,
I was
dude.
on ESPN. You know, there's a little scrolling thing that has the scores. I was trying to get to it on that score, but I was already on the Indianapolis homepage. I could have just hit schedule to be faster.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. Oh yeah, he has only 167 yards last week.
Yeah, he has not been good.
Yeah, get Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco.
Are we each going to do another good?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So on the back of Anthony Richardson, I'll just do my next good because it's from the same team and it's Jonathan Taylor, and that's the reason they won that game.
Yes.
Because the dude scored you 26 fantasy points and half points. So.
Jonathan Taylor is still good. He's the only relevant thing part of that team.
At least with Richardson at quarterback, because yeah, he's not getting enough yardage for Pittman to be relevant.
Okay, and a bad.
I got Zamir White. He had 10 carries, 34 yards. Not great, man. And then I didn't come up with another ugly, but if you start yours, I'll come up with another one on the spot here.
Okay. Well, my next good is actually I'll have an honorable mention too. Jamar Chase.
Okay. Yep.
He redeemed himself in the first 2 weeks, and he scored 26 points. And this is based off of our maximum effort league.
That's what I've been looking at everything on too.
Yeah.
Which is a half point PPR league for everybody's.
The bad is Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
Was another running back that did absolutely nothing. And my ugly, I've already touched on him before. Mark Andrews scored 0 points.
Yeah. Not a great one there.
No, it's looking not good for him. And me for that league, I have to get another tight end.
So I'm actually going to piggyback onto your ugly and just go with the other tight end from the same team, Isaiah Likely.
Oh,
He didn't
yeah,
even score the whole night. He had 1 reception on 1 target for 4 yards. That was it.
Maybe that team is just transitioning away from the tight ends now.
Well, and I was going to say, I believe this was also a very good Derrick Henry game as well.
See, that's
he scored almost 30 fantasy points in our maximum effort league. So the tight ends were not needed, but it was still an ugly game.
When you cut a team that's desperately trying to find a running back like they have for the last years, they're depending on their receivers, all of them.
Yeah.
And then you get a good running back, and then he dominates it just like the Philadelphia. You got Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is kicking ass.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes the other guys don't have to work as hard.
Well, yeah, a little difference there. I mean, I think they're spreading it out a little more because, I mean, Goddard had a good day.
Yes.
2 tight ends, and neither one of them did freaking anything for Baltimore. So it's probably just the scheme, how they decide to run their offense and stuff. But yeah, either way, not good for the tight ends there.
All right. So my next segment I wanted to do is free agencies in fantasy football. Yep. I was thinking we can just do like the maximum effort like we always have been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And
we just want to go for just what happened when our waivers ran?
Yeah. Like there was the number one was Juwan Jennings went for 45 fab.
Yeah, who spent 45 on him, huh?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, were you did you just get him, or like was there
It
quite a
was
gap?
by the skin of my teeth. The other guy had $13 on him.
Hey, you got your guy.
Yep.
Not a bad call. I'm just gonna be upfront and honest. I forgot to do waivers last night because I looked at the clock at 11. I was like, I got time, and then looked at it after waivers ran and forgot. But I think I only had 45, so you would have got him even if I bid him anyway. So
And then Alan Lazard went to Laces Were Out for $0.
yep.
And this is something I almost bid it on him, and I almost put like $5 down on him.
Oh, I wish
Kareem Hunt for $0. It's like,
yeah, I would have put like $5 on him, and if I would have remembered, but it happens.
And
do your waivers earlier in the day so you don't have mess ups like I did.
And then Noah Fant went for $0. Nobody's bidding on these guys. So
No. And we don't, I don't know, our waivers aren't super active all the time.
Well, it's like because our
actually going for people.
We got so many people on our bench. So a lot of the
it is a dynasty league, so you're not going to have that many waiver pickups, really. A combination of that and just kind of not everybody in the league paying as much attention as we do.
All right. Is there any other guys that's on the free agency that you would go after, or any just random? It doesn't even have to be maximum effort.
Okay. I mean, I think Jennings was really the big one. Can't really think of any others that I was really super excited to go out and get. Andy Dalton in a Superflex League, maybe?
Yes.
Should be a somewhat decent start this week, going against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeJuan Jennings surprised me that he lasted this long in free agency, especially in maximum effort.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually once they have that first big out game, which he did the first week, and I'm surprised nobody snagged him. And it's like, then all of a sudden, I'm looking here, it's like, he's still available? Boom. I'm putting as much money as I possibly think I should, because I'm going to get him. He's proved himself.
Another guy I kind of wanted to honorable mention for the good from our last segment, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, the Darnold.
He's been good for 3 weeks.
Well, it's like a lot of coaches keep saying, sometimes a change of pace is what you need.
Yeah, sometimes it's a system, the coordinators, just environment. Yeah.
It's like up until this last week, Baker Mayfield was looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah. But he's always been kind of one of those up and down, hit or miss kind of guys. So,
he's a streamer, definitely. Okay, I'm going to flash to the good, too. I had an honorable mention, and that's Kyron Williams.
Ooh, yes.
He had a very good day.
Yes, he did. And obviously Saquon and the normal guys.
Oh, yeah, Saquon would be there. There's so many.
Chuba.
Yep. Chubbard.
With Andy Dalton coming in, like I sat Chuba every league I had him because he's done crap. And I had a lot of points sitting on my bench.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not too many exciting guys out on the waiver wire right now. It's just everything kind of happened in like week 1, week 2-ish.
No. Okay. We're going free agencies right into trade for candidates.
Okay.
And then, your list might be a little short. So maybe I'll do my list first.
Yeah, you do that.
And you can comment on. The first one I want to bring up is Malik Neighbors. I would like to have him on my team.
I think it's going to be very difficult to make that happen in most leagues.
I know.
I tried to trade for him in that auction league that I'm in after I think it was week 1, and I never got a response. And I wanted him because I don't. If I remember right, he didn't have a great week 1, so I was like, "Ooh, yeah, this is the time." And then nothing happened. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, he's just good.
well, and he's really the only thing that team has."
Right. My next guy. Well, I got a bunch of guys that you probably won't get anything unless you're throwing first round draft picks at this guy. These guys. I'm gonna mess up his name. Oh, Rome Odunze.
Ooh, okay.
He's a guy. I mean, he's hasn't flashed as nearly as good as neighbors have, but
Now, when you're saying trades, are you focusing on redraft, dynasty, both?
both.
Okay.
Because I got a couple guys on here. Like my next guy is definitely a redrafter type trade for, because you're not gonna, because he's already an older running back, and that's Alan Kamara. Or
Alan, oh, he's changing his name again? Damn, Kamara, like, I know you got money, man, but it's gotta be expensive to go down to the courthouse every time and change your damn name. Like, it's really difficult for me to know him. Howard's on top of it, though. It was Adam, now it's Alan. Like, I don't know what was wrong with Alvin, but okay, man.
I noticed it right away, and I'm like, shit. Don't catch it. Don't catch it. Don't catch it.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm like an all-star catcher behind the plate. Just, catch everything. Nothing gets past me.
Alvin
Dan-
Kamara. I was so worried about messing up a Roman Dunze name. It's got to be the veteran players that I keep messing up. Got to be the veteran players.
Oh, yeah, Cousins, Kamara.
And I should really write my notes. I should write their first names out instead of doing what the computer does, and just put A Kamara.
Well, yeah, because now you can just fill in whatever A name. Next week it's going to be Alonzo.
Well, I wrote down Rome when I was thinking about that earlier when I was writing these down.
Mm-hmm.
I put R on Dunze. I'm like, what does that stand for? Roy? Because I probably would have popped out Roy on Dunze.
Oh, speaking of Rome Odunze, it was one of our leagues. I don't know if you noticed it. I'm trying to figure out which league it was here. Rome Odunze got dropped in a league, one of our dynasty leagues. Oh, it was Howard's league. So one of the Rome Odunze manager dropped him, and I picked him up in a dynasty league for nothing.
I saw that.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, nope, mine. It was like dynasty. I think he's great. Redraft, I'm still a little hesitant on the most of the Bears players, just because right now Caleb Williams still a rookie. He will be all season. Not doing great.
Who dropped him?
I was trying to see that, but it wasn't telling. Here, I can just go into his history.
Or did he not get picked up at all?
No, he was dropped. So he got drafted by John.
Oh, John, what are you thinking of?
And he just dropped him. I'm trying to see if I can see who he picked up and dropped him for. Here.
I'm scrolling down.
So, oh, dude.
Oh, he
so
picked
he
up
dropped
Greg
the
Dortch.
and picked up Greg Dortch in a dynasty league.
That hurts.
I mean, benefits me, so that's cool.
Yeah. I was.
I know you got to drop people sometimes, but careful who you drop, especially the rookie wide receivers. Like, they don't normally get going until towards the end of the season 1 and then season 2.
Yeah, that's it should always, if you see a rookie wide receiver that is actually on a roster. And
well, yeah, and especially too with Caleb Williams being a rookie quarterbacks don't typically have a good first season.
Yes,
they're on the same team together, so you just gotta hold steady.
Midway through the year, I'll start looking for those wide receivers that are on the waivers that are rookies, and I'll
I
start
remember you
stashing
doing
them
that.
on my team.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and there's a few of them that are popping a little bit. So, it's and the ones that don't pop right away is you just get rid of those.
oh yeah.
So,
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't mean to derail us there.
Alvin Kamara. He's had one hell of a season so far. I'd love to have him on my team.
Oh yeah.
I just don't have that many number one draft picks to throw at the owner of them.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, and too, like he is getting older. Like you might be able to get him for cheaper than you might think, just because he is getting older. Like they might be ready to get rid of him after this season anyway.
I think they'll take Zeke in a trade.
Probably.
I have him riding my bench because I thought he might actually do something with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't really look like it.
no. So my next guy, another running back, he should be near and dear to your heart, and that's Saquon Barkley.
I feel safe to say I don't like giving 100% odds on anything because there's always a chance for something. There's a 99.99% chance you are not going to be able to trade for Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah, I know.
So for people who traded him away a couple of years ago, like dumbass, we're feeling real good right now. It's giant. Not
Yeah,
fair.
that sucks for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Yes, if for what some reason, if you could get him in a trade, yeah, do that.
yeah.
Like he's great right now.
And then the last person I have on my list, he has a new quarterback that's throwing the ball pretty good. The team looks good. They just haven't been able to pick up all the wins. And that's Drake London for the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
I said his name right. Oh, because I spelt out his name. That's why. Why did I do it for half of the people and didn't do it? Whatever. Drake London, Kirk Cousins. I'm so glad I didn't say Rivers, but Kirk Cousins. He's definitely elevated that team up to play better.
Oh yeah.
Because they're in the games all the time. And then you got their running back. It's like that team's playing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins is definitely he's definitely improving that team, which I mean, we all kind of saw coming.
Which makes no sense to me because I heard someone that like, oh, probably by game 6 that Lennox Jr. will be in there or whatever that guy's name is. The rookie quarterback.
Isn't Linux like an old
I don't
operating
know.
system?
That's Linux.
Oh,
But
whatever. Close enough.
But you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, the first top 10 rookie quarterback they wasted their first round pick on.
Yeah.
At least as of right now, wasted.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I mean, I've mentioned the trade before, but Olave, he's a guy I'm going out and actively trying to get.
We got to get
James,
those players on the Saints.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're a much better offense than I thought they were going to be. I mean, this last game, obviously, they didn't end up winning, but still didn't do terrible. James Conner is another guy, especially after this last week. He only had 3 fantasy points. You might be able to go get him for cheaper than, say, last week. If you can pull it off. Might not be able to pull that one off.
Moving on. We're going to go to the drink game as you took a drink. And I think we decided on morning drinks, coffee, tea, and OJ. I'll go first. And my coffee. Let me remember my whole spiel for
Were
this
we
first.
supposed to do one for each? Because I did not do one for each.
So one for each, yeah.
Okay.
It's
do
okay.
yours and I'll throw mine in there because I did it
Okay.
different.
So for the coffee, I put Aaron Rodgers down. Because
Okay.
coffee is a good enough drink, but when you don't have it on the shelf and you have to go a couple days without coffee, just like the Jets had to go without a year without Rodgers, and then you get it and it just tastes so delicious. Just like they love having him as a quarterback. So,
yeah, that whole city seems pretty happy with that decision, at least this season. They weren't last year.
They're glad they got their percolator back.
Aaron Rodgers, the percolator. Probably said that wrong.
It's A.A. Rodgers.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron. So, yeah. Okay, and then my tea. That's only because I see this guy as a proper type guy. Like, I feel like he would be a tea drinker, and I don't want. I feel bad if he's not, because I just don't pay attention to that team because I don't like the team, and that's Brock Purdy.
I knew it. I don't know why, but I knew it.
He just seems like he's just an even keel, prim, proper type dude. He's not spicy. He's not flavorful. He's just
boring, but I mean, still gets the job done.
Yeah, that's
I get it.
tea. I mean, just plain old black tea. And then my OJ.
Not OJ Simpson.
No.
Clear that up right now. We're not claiming somebody may or may not have killed their wife.
Orange juice. I'm trying to remember why I picked him now.
That's right. Cards are completely different because I took it a different way. So
Dallas Goedert.
okay.
Because sometimes you have it in the fridge, sometimes you don't. Sometimes he plays good, sometimes he don't.
Unlike the Almond Joy in Mountains. Like slogan. Sometimes you feel like a nut.
You feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Oh man.
All right,
So,
yeah. So I read
like
that in the show doc completely different. Or actually I based it off of our conversation before I saw the show doc. So I have a player that I am comparing to energy drinks because I drink energy drinks in the morning a lot.
Okay.
And then I have a player that could be the next energy drink, maybe. So my current energy drink player is Derek Carr. Like, get you up and going, get you all jacked up, and then crash. Does fucking nothing for you. First
Yep.
couple weeks, awesome. Was last week? Not so much.
No.
Yeah. So I then have a candidate for the next guy to crash like energy drinks, and that's Sam Darnold. Been pretty damn good the first 3 weeks, but he's still Sam Darnold. I think that crash is probably coming pretty soon. Hopefully not for Justin Jefferson, for that whole franchise. Hopefully he keeps going. But he is Sam Darnold. He's never been that great in the past, so I don't know.
As far as Carr goes, he's been doing that all his career.
Oh yeah, no, he's like Monster. He's OG. Like he's not this like Celsius, whatever energy drinks. He's the OG. He's been doing this forever.
Yeah, I thought we were. Yeah, we definitely had a miscommunication when we talked about that.
Yep. Yeah, we did. Anyway,
because I thought we were going to go with coffee, tea, and OJ.
Well, from our phone conversation, that was not what we discussed.
I thought it was.
Anyway,
Or maybe it was a hypothetical, and I just took it as
Either
was
way, we took that differently, and here we are.
all righty. Well, you know what? I know we couldn't get onto or you couldn't get onto the one site. I do have my lineup here. You can tell me how you feel about it.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna see if I can find a way to do a version of that. So you go for that, and I'll see if I can hop on board with it.
Different email address.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so I had a little trouble this week because that last week when we did it.
You want to explain what we were?
Oh, okay, yeah. So what we're going to try to do head-to-head type thing with DraftKings. It's a gambling site. We're not necessarily gambling, but you pick a daily lineup, a lineup that has you have so much money to spend, and each player is worth some money. So you can build yourself a lineup which is a QB, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex, and a defense. Basically, your basic lineup for fantasy football. And you have to build it within that money you got. And then you go up against people.
Like an auction draft, but like weekly.
Yeah. And everybody has a chance to pick the same guys, too, if you want. So it's a difference of what guy do you have in a different position that's going to perform differently than the other guy. You want me to go ahead with my lineup?
Yes, because I will do my lineup while you're doing yours.
I originally started.
Are we doing all the games? Are we doing the Sunday, Monday, not the Thursday? Which one?
I was saying Thursday and the rest of the games.
Christ, man!
Did she just scare you again?
She's a fucking ghoul in the background.
I know, right?
Sorry, I completely hear what games you said because of your house being haunted.
Yes, it is haunted. I'm distracted now too. But we're doing Thursday night through Monday.
Okay, so all of them. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My quarterback is not the first one I picked. I had to do some changing because I ran out of money. And since at one point, the defenses, they didn't go as low as the money I had. So I had to rearrange stuff. So this is not my prime lineup that I wanted. Okay, so QB, Geno Smith.
Okay.
Running back, James Cook. Another running back, stacked with Geno Smith, Charbonnet.
Very nice.
Wide receivers is Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, and Chris Godwin. And tight end, Zach Ertz. It's going to hurt bad. And then my flex is Juju Smith-Schuster.
Ooh, yeah. You had to get pretty low, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Defense, Washington. I don't know. The numbers last year or last week when we did this, when we were just messing around, it seemed a lot more friendlier. Did you do it? So, oh yeah, we did it without Thursday, didn't we?
Yeah, we just did the Sunday through Monday.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Monday, was the Seahawks supposed to be on Monday Night Football this Monday?
I believe so. Yeah, I think they're part of the because they're doing another doubleheader. I believe.
Doubleheader. Okay. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I believe they are the second part of that doubleheader.
Oh, maybe I should go look at the Seattle Seahawks schedule episode we did.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have to. We'll have to tally these up the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just because we can't actually submit lineups because we live in a state that doesn't allow online gambling.
Yep. Unless you actually go into a place that allows gambling.
Yes. Which I don't feel like doing that. We're not.
I don't like going to places, period.
Well, that too.
Oh, I can pull up this. There's no new news on Russell Wilson starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers yet.
Okay.
It
he's
really
still out.
sounds like he's going to be the backup. Or he can be a trade candidate.
Like if you think, or like for the NFL team or for your fantasy?
Like an NFL team.
Okay.
If a team needs a quarterback, he would be
That's true.
cheap. I mean,
That is true. It'd be pretty.
he'd be very, very damn cheap, and they don't have to pay much salary. So, I saw something that it's a possibility that they were talking about maybe Wilson going to the Panthers.
What? No, they got Andy Dalton, man. They're good.
Yeah, Red Rider.
The Red Rider rifle. It's difficult once you get down towards the end of your budget to find people that you actually like want to start.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, completed my lineup. I'm not changing it. If I'm
Okay.
not happy with it, I don't care. All right, so at quarterback, I got Jared Goff, 6,700. Running back, I have James Conner, 6,500. Jerome Ford at 5,700. He is questionable right now, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Wide receiver, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown to stack with Jared Goff, 8,300. I have Calvin Ridley, 5,800, and George Pickens at 5,700. Tight end, I have Colby Parkinson at 3,700. My flex is, what's his name, Ray Davis? Yes, Ray Davis for the Bills, 4,300, and then I have the Steelers defense at 3,300.
Nice. That's a good defense.
Yeah,
Good
they're going
defense.
against my perpetual ugly player, Anthony Richardson, likes to get sacked and throw interceptions. So I'm pretty much targeting whoever is playing the Colts at this point.
Yeah, I'm hoping Arizona has a bad game because that's who Washington's playing.
Okay.
So, they're nice teams. We'll have to figure out and see who wins and loses next week.
Yeah.
So stay
we tried
tuned.
to do this for this week, but had some technical difficulties.
Yes. Let's see. Do you have anything else? I'm trying to think.
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, we can see. Let's see. We can do a quick little segment on our league, on our maximum effort standings. Where do you stand?
Well, right now I'm sitting, but
All right. You are in fifth place. Wow.
I can't even pull it up right now.
How the hell is Zach in first?
All right, maximum effort.
He barely drafted.
Because he's 3-0. Well, so it is a dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have one guy at 3-0, and then there's 5 people at 2-1, 2 at 1-2, and then 2 at 0-3.
Calvin's always been near the bottom.
I know. Unfortunately, Chris too. Like last couple of years, Chris has been doing so hot. I mean, you're at 8th right now, so.
Well, yeah, I'll get back up there.
Oh, yeah. Then the way it's the way they order the teams that are tied, it's just how many points you've scored.
Right.
So that's how that all breaks.
Did you put a poopy emoji by your?
No, they were nice enough to do that for me because I've had the most points scored against me.
Oh, okay.
Thoughtful and courteous that people at Sleeper do when you suck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
So
kidding. You Sleeper.
Sleeper is one of the best ones out there. I'll tell you what.
It's the one I prefer. Like I don't like playing on other ones. That's
Yeah.
just for reference, I did score 53.98 points, and the guy I was playing scored 164.8. So that poop emoji is well deserved because that was
Wow.
terrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
What happens when you have Anthony Richardson and Josh Jacobs and Trey McBride, George Pickens, and you
And
pick
you're
the
not
Raiders defense?
and you're not playing the
And I played
Patrick.
Lamar, Saquon, and
Don't you have
Derek.
Patrick Mahomes on that team?
No, so this is the team that I traded Mahomes to get basically Marvin Harrison. And then I
that's
picked up
right.
Richardson to fill my quarterback spot. Not sure how I feel about that right now, but it is what it is. I believe my other quarterback is Jordan Love, but he's hurt right now, so that's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying not to throw a bunch of stuff to make trades yet, because I would like to keep my first round draft pick. I do still need to replenish the cupboard, but because I already have my second round draft pick gone too for this year.
Yeah, when I did those trades for the Richardson Mahomes stuff, that was right before a rookie draft, so I was able to use a lot of trades in that draft instead of just coming up one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, if I'm going to end up trading for something, I'm going to end up trading for a bunch of stuff so I can just get rid of all my draft picks for this year and just say, I'll sit out the draft this year.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as you got established veterans, like not too old, like I mean, you can pretty much keep doing that every year. Just keep cycling players through. Like not a bad strategy. And then I'm sure you get some, like you touched on earlier, picking up like those rookie wide receivers towards the end of the year that might not have been doing so great. So people drop them. Like pick them up. They're on your team now. They turn it around in year two, like most of them do. Now you got a great wide receiver.
Yeah,
And you didn't even.
I guess I play fantasy football like sometimes I play my life. It's like I like secondhand or I like the hand-me-downs, you know? You don't like it, you throw it out. Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's where you find value.
Yeah, got to go to the thrift store and buy some good stuff.
Yeah. This guy didn't want no Doomsday. I picked him up. Great for me. My favorite shirt now.
Nice. So, you got anything else you want to add?
I hope I don't have another week this week like I did this last week in fantasy football because that was bad. I don't like taking that many losses, especially.
I hope my fantasy teams continue to improve and continue to win. I still need a win in the one league that has 2 wins per week, which is hurting because
Oh yeah, which is
I'm
that
getting
that
why not 2? And that's the harsh part.
Yeah, you're 0-6 in that league.
Yep. Getting worse.
I'm middle of the road, 3-3.
And that's the one I'm defending champion in too. And it's like, okay, I'll trade away a championship in that league for a championship in maximum effort.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's the main ones you care about the most, and then there's all the other ones, which if you win, that's cool. Winning is always nice, but
You buy yourself a little banner or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yeah. Hope everybody has a good week 4.
Yep.
But if you have players playing on Thursdays and they're going in your flex spot, just move them into their positional spot, leave that flex spot open. I've seen a lot of people still doing that stuff. And it's
it
flexibility.
just gives you flexibility to So
it's literally in the name of the position.
And that's the only good advice we have for fantasy football for you guys.
Yeah, everything else we suck.
All right. Thank you for watching the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will.
Or listening from the podcast.
Or listening, yeah. Listening.
Hey,
I
you know
hope you
what?
enjoyed.
You, the listeners, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I hope you enjoyed it too. Nice thumbs up. All righty. We will see you next week.
See you guys.
Adios. Oh, I better put stop.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe to help us continue to grow. Also, follow us on our socials and join us again next